Today is January 5th, 2025, and this video almost never existed. The break is almost over, and because of that, it'll mean I'll have to go back to school and I won't have that much time to create content. And with that, I wanted to create a video today, but I was struggling because all of these video ideas that I have set, they're all pretty decently well, but every time I wanted to record something of them, I could never get it perfect. I could never get any of the videos that I wanted to make perfect, which made me refuse to want to upload any of them. So I almost really didn't make a video today. But I realized that that is a problem. The fact that I recorded all these videos of like 3 different topics that I want to talk about in future videos, I didn't post any of them because I believed that they weren't perfect. And me being a perfectionist is actually a bigger issue than I thought it was. And I believe that if you're a perfectionist, it's also a big issue for you as well. And it's something that you just need to realize, because when it comes to being perfect, it's okay to strive for perfection, but it's not okay to not do something because it's not perfect. It's like waiting for the perfect moment to start something. Just don't do that. Just take action anyways, because the perfect moment is now. There's no point in waiting because there's not going to be a perfect moment. And when that perfect moment comes, you're not going to be the one ready for it. And that's something that you have to just realize, because perfectionist is something that I had to make a video on because of this reason. And when it comes to being a perfectionist, I'm someone that needs to learn how to not. And I just want to explain that to you because I almost didn't upload any content. And because of that, it's gonna make me suffer, because I have all of these ideas that I want to put into videos, but I just didn't do it because I didn't think they were perfect, which made me stop wanting to upload them. And that's why I'm uploading this video, because I need to tell you that it's okay if it's not perfect, do it anyway. I'm going to upload this video regardless if it's perfect or not, because I know that this message of not being perfect is going to make you take action on some things that you have been delaying because it's not a perfect time to do it, or you're not in the perfect time or moment or set to do it. Just do it anyway. This video is technically like the first video I made, but I want to make this one because it's more straightforward than my first video. It means that you should just take action on whatever that thing is, no matter the proposition or situation that you might be in. You just have to do it anyways, even if it's not perfect, because no one is perfect. And looking for someone that is perfect is also a problem. You're not going to find that, especially whenever it comes to a friend or a partner. No one's going to be your perfect thing. That doesn't exist. You just want to find something that meets the main points or requirements of what you want. And that's the first step that you have to take into becoming less of a perfectionist. You need to make the realization in your brain. You need to start thinking about what it is, and you need to say to yourself, does this thing meet certain bullet point requirements I have set in my head? And that's what you have to set. You have to set requirements and bullet points in your head of set thing, and if those meet your requirements, then that is what you can consider perfect, because that's the thing that you should be looking for in whatever it is you're doing, whether it's a person, whether it's opportunity, or whether it's a object that you're planning on getting, like a laptop or computer or an instrument. And when you start to do this, you'll probably start to realize that what you want in something that's your definition of perfect, it seems to be more clear, and there's probably a bit more of it. Now, there's nothing wrong, like I said before, with looking for the best thing, like the most perfect thing. But again, one thing that I have to tell you is you are not perfect. And trying to think of yourself as perfect might be your first problem, and thinking of others as perfect might affect you more than you think as well. Let's first talk about yourself. You shouldn't think of yourself as perfect, one, because you're not. No one is. And you have to come to terms with that so you can improve yourself as close to your definition of perfection. And another thing whenever it comes to perfection is you need to realize that when it comes to yourself, there are some things you can't change. Like, I can't change the way that my face looks, or I can't change the way that my height. I don't have an issue with that, but I know there are some people that will, and that's something that you need to come to terms with, because when it comes to changing and aiming for perfection, you have to only focus on the things that you can change, because if you get too focused on the little things that you can't change, like, oh, I wish my left eye was the same cathode tilt as my right eye, or something stupid like that, or like your lips are too small or whatever, then you won't be able to improve the other things that you can improve. Like, for example, let's say you might want to improve your physical health. You can probably fix that, or you can fix the way your hair looks, or you can fix the way you smell. It's another way of self-improvement that you have to realize how important it is to not get caught up in the smaller things that you can't change. The things that you think if you were able to change, you would be perfect. Because if you just change everything else that you can change, you can control, then you will become your true definition of perfect and not what people perceive as perfect. And I think the other thing I wanted to talk about was perfection in others. When you think someone else is perfect, it might hurt you. Because let's say you're trying to talk to this person, like this person that you want to start dating, and you just think that they're perfect. So, like, let's say you message them someday, like you text them, and y'all have a great conversation, but then the next day they just don't respond, or like they technically ghost you in a way. Like, maybe they didn't mean to, but the analogy for it is, let's say you stepped on a dog's tail, and of course you probably didn't mean to, right? It was probably an accident, because I hope you don't hate dogs or whatever. And the thing you have to realize is, does the dog know that? Does the dog know that you stepping on its tail, was that really on purpose? And of course you're saying no, but the dog probably does. They probably do think it was on purpose. And because of that, the girl or guy, if you're a girl, the partner that you're trying to have, you're thinking of them as perfect. In other words, you thinking that partner is perfect and that they're just gonna do everything right, like they're going to respond back to you, is the issue, because not everyone is perfect. And if someone is doing this to you, by the way, in the first place, the best thing I can tell you is to probably just move on, because having someone like that in your life that's giving you those mixed signals are not worth keeping around, and I can tell you that from experience. That's really all I need to talk about. Just the main thing to take away from this video is perfection is a great thing to strive for, but if perfection is what's stopping you from doing the things you want to do, then stop it. Stop being a perfectionist and just aim for perfection and be okay if it's not. I also have added my email in the description of this channel, so if you do want to message me privately about anything, maybe one of my videos or something, go ahead, feel free. And I hope to see you in the next one.